Anything to make you happy. Aw, you always make me melt. Disgusting. He said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you? Oh, God. Hyde's definitely that kind of guy. He'd start tearing up and he's like, who's chopping onions? It was the City Hall flowers. They made my allergies flare up. Sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I won't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. To something decadent and chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it. Sweet and chocolatey, so that's chocolate and honey. Freshness is mint. Ooh! Looking very nice. Serve it. Oh, I was about to say, who did I become friends with? Chocolate, honey and mint, a whiff of old world charm. Some intensity and a dash of fresh air for timeless late night celebrations. This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praise from Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond? I did a bit of travelling in my day. Maybe we were running into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like two ships in the night, before meeting in the mooring. At the mooring. That's very lyrical. I blame the mood on you two. All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury, but even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it. That's about right. Yeah, that's totally us Brits. We apologise for everything. And I imagine you two became great friends. Nah, you know rude vampires are much more my type. Hey, actually no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire, I'm proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt. Awesome idea, I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Oh, I have to, all eyes on me. I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you wanna, we'd love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Ms. Lua, Mr. Bailey's. And thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now. Absolutely. Short and to the point. Good speech. Your turn, Hyde. Really? Ah, well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Bailey's, for entertaining me. And making me consider a counselling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Reese, guys. And I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting to dare. Aw, Gala. Thanks, man. Really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Hey! Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde? My dear Reese, never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. I do apologise that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Nah, don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. Oh! And I'm avoiding it in solidarity. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. And thanks, I think I aim to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying, I never saw him touch it. Is there any specific reason why not? I just don't like the taste. Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely, booze just became this big social thing. But I for one wish there was a better range of soft drinks. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free warmest, homemade some fruit juice. All tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots, and they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Wow. When did you go to a place like that? Yeah, a while ago, with my family. Back when we were still in touch. I'm okay. Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes in it? A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. Tonic water. That sounds like something I would enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. Zero type, preferably universal donors and all that. Yuck. I think this is a joke. I hope this is a joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. Thank you so much for being here with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that. She's impossible, you mean? But I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. Oh, just a year or three. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie. I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. If Reese ever moves out and I'm out of my specialty, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend. Marco? I thought I'd caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses, delightfully cliché, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire, scorn dissimulated in a smirk. Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds too. Ah yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it'll be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. Hey! A perfect shot. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, truly. Thank you again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... Oh no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always really wanted to have. Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details. I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture. You only have the one, Mr. Hyde? Why, Reese, you wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall? Actually, yes, something like that. Good thing I saw it coming. For newlyweds don't object. I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever. Yeah, I'd love that. It'd mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, I'm not sure where we'd be without you. So I take it you've decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde? It would seem so. Ah, come on, tell them. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it. And you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Don't just think she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room, with her around. That's a lovely idea. I bet little Rose is thrilled. She is. An entire party next to her bed. Can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde. And just like that, he promised to take their pictures. Pro bono. That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde. It's nothing. I could use the experience. So that I can milk my modelling colleagues for their wedding pictures. Sounds like a good social redistribution to me. Right? So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house and I've got the job. And I've got my own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while. That's great to hear. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little... particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know? What would a dream house look like for the two of you? We're not too sure yet. But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tom and Chill scrolling to look at other people's homes. And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. It's alright, I'm glad we talked it all through. Lou made me realise that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lou's mom told me the same during the wedding. I didn't know you talked about it. Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes, but... The thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. But I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to childbearing. Well, not in our couple. We've decided that when we have kids, I'll be the stay-at-home dad. I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. I'll be taking care of the little ones, and of our place. You know, I keep thinking, how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. Times are changing, and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd have rather stayed home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller? Mrs. No. Using my family name on you feels wrong. They'd throw a fit if they heard you say that. I'll do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway. As long as we're still Lua and Baileys. As long as we're still Lua and Baileys. Oh! Ah! It's a shame I can't play it. Lame. I want to play it. Ah, excuse me. Sounds like Hyde has found a new way forward. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he? There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Even elves with their only longish lives have issues. I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans, and we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get. That makes sense to me. I will say though, I'm mighty happy that you're sticking around. For all that, he can be a difficult one. He also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean. Yes, we really do. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hide, I mean. He liked Reese from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right aware. He has been very kind to me, and perceptive about me too. And I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat right now, it's really good. You're alright too, Gala. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Huh, right back at ya. Ah, listen to that. It's pouring rain again. It'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worried about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. You guys are cute. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway. I've always wondered where that came from. It sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it? Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry. But I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but of all her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When the siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When the siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When the siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle, they will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud, pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them and they lost their balance. Oh no. Don't worry, it's not a sad story. Alright then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray, just for clarity? That's gonna help me for sure. I get lost without names. Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walks up to Aeon, and finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village, and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family were quite fond of Aeon by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess, that old hag, give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favourite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry and she told Aeon, you get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die just like your fiancé. Yuck. And to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted. Then for many more hours she was despondent and sulked. Then finally she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. There were garlands of flowers, and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating in the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Iona Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns grey and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. I love you tearing up. It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. You're a born legend teller, Mr. Bayleys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not going to look at Rain the same way now. It's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right, the goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told you. My history with rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside, for sure. Hey! Oh look, here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. Oof, that's a very wet little guy. Poor Gala. Did he just shake rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat? No, but he's been around a couple of times. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then, although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adopting this place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got hired, too. Now there's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. Or someone. If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago, and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Oh yes, I saw it go. What was that about? We're not entirely sure. He's come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long, or ask for anything. I'm saying that I might be looking for someone. Yeah, perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight. Messengers between worlds, so to speak. You may know something that we don't, or see something we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually. No comment. Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I can walk on. That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular, in the sense that I want it to look good. But he's got no clue what to do when he gets to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, you know, peak design trends. That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around. I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce. Why don't you help Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why indeed? My job. Time. Your job? Time? I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of colour, material or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best, but Gala is an interior designer's waking nightmare. Not true. I just go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Ugh. You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine. Indeed. You know, being like this, all together, when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe, and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space, that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Got very much achieved then. That, and also, you all are alright. It sounds like everyone's going to be busy with their own stuff for a while. Well, I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week or a month or a year, I know it's going to be a good time. Cheers to that. You're all welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop by to give you news, and to get fury remedies, and to listen in on the drama. We can't wait to welcome you back. Hey, the rain stopped. I think the rain is over. And we've kept you up for a while already. Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home. Consider the night cold. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night. Good night. Good night, you two. Let's. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights. No, thank you for everything. Truly. Have a good rest. Will do. You guys come in? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. That's on the way into the home, not on the way out of the bar. I could do both. You're silly. Maybe, but I love you. Love you too. Bustling, busy, and a buzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like. To have a chosen hive. What? Weird. Tetarix. Tea with milk. Mixed by pouring the two repeatedly between cups. Originally from Malaysia. Day 15, the final day. I'm pretty sure. Fire director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. Heir of American business royalty disowned over choice of wife. Killer algae, the new invasive species. I have a fair bit of stuff to read. Yeah, the only person I've not got to full is Lucas. But I'm assuming I'll get that today, maybe. What the hell is this? Oh. Look at them all posting pictures. And there's Silver. There's Amanda. I think by the end of it, I'm in this industry for the love of it, and to keep having fun is the mindset I will keep moving forward. Having someone you can connect with, especially within the same industry, is really something that I'm glad for. Oh yeah, the final story. Potentially. Thank you! Oh, there we go. Your Fiction Plan free trial is over. Did you enjoy the content we provided for you? Do subscribe to our Fiction Plan for only $5 a month, or join our Premium subscription plan for only $10 a month with access to all of our content. With your subscription, you can help support high-quality, unbiased journalism as well as giving young fiction writers an appreciative audience. Ah! I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to play the song that Rachel worked on. Cause it's good! I don't Sweetheart Latte. It's so good. Ah! I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Somehow this feels like deja vu. Ah! Hey. Welcome, Officer Georgie. What's cracking? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Yep, deja vu. What? Nothing. Everything's fine. I have everything I need to avoid another blackout. That's good news. Yeah, you know. This weather has kind of grown on me. Really? Yeah. Not something I'd like to have forever, of course. But the thunder no longer sounds so angry to me. Interesting. What does it sound like to you? No idea. Just not scary anymore. Anyway, I want to order something. Perfect. What do you like? Maybe whatever I ordered a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago? Yeah, like on Monday 2 weeks ago. Right, of course. You were promoting new types of tea, I think. The one you gave me was pretty tart. I see. So yeah, make whatever you gave me that day. I'm pretty sure it was hibiscus twice and then cinnamon. I'm fairly certain. I'll brew it. I can always get rid of it if I got it wrong. Yeah, cinnamon hibiscus. It seems right. Looks familiar. Just trying to think, unless I either gave him this or I did hibiscus, cinnamon, and cinnamon. I don't remember. I only had access to cinnamon though, so there is that. Screw it, I'm fairly certain it was that. Here you go, officer. I don't think this is what I ordered. Oh. You're right, I'm sorry. Eh? No, it definitely is. I'm certain I gave him hibiscus, and cinnamon. I'm very confused. I think it was the blue pea stuff. I don't remember. Screw it, I don't want to screw this up. I'm very confused as to what the hell I gave him then. I'm certain it was hibiscus, and cinnamon. Unless the only thing it takes into account is what the drink was. Oh, I have to go through the stories again. Crap. Yeah, it might not take into account what I put in it, so like cinnamon. In which case I'll just try and give him just hibiscus. And if that's wrong, then I'll reload again, and then I'll give him blue pea and see what happens. That's the end of that. I'll actually save here, so I don't have to read the stories again. I'll get rid of the notifications.